Okay, so I think, shall we start the session
Yes,
today?
yes, yes.
All right, yes. Just want to introduce you that I'm one of the lecturer in Universitas Ciputra Surabaya from Indonesia. So we are actually having an entrepreneurship course for business management, international business management. So we joined the class with Dr. Song for this session. Hopefully, we can give you an inspiration or a brief understanding about business model and business plan. Yeah, I actually already have been in university uh, around 16 years already. But previously, I wasn't a lecturer, but then I switched into a lecturer for already more than 10 years now. So, yeah, hopefully, we can share little bits of what we know, yeah, in the modest way possible for you to understand, because some of the term probably not familiar. Okay, so I will start, yeah. So for those of you from UC, if it's possible for you to open the cam, uh, it will also better, yeah. Okay, so for UC students, because this is actually not the day that we have the class, but we have a bonus meeting day for you. So of course, I can give you bonus points if 5 points if you join open camp and stay until finish, because we will do screenshot, yeah, of your names and your pictures later, and then plus 1 points if you actively interact during the session. So if you do several interaction, maybe you can get more points, and then plus 2.5 points when you submit the summary and the insight of the course today to me directly. Yeah, so this is the bonus points rules for those of you in UC. Make sure you notice this one, and yes, I will check later, yeah, if you really do the rules. So I think you deserve to get it. Okay, so I will not take any more time for this. Okay, so let's start, yeah. Regarding creating a startup, yeah, there are three aspects that is important. Yeah, the first one is human centric, and then the collaboration, and then the last part will be the business model canvas. So these three aspects must be a good consideration for us whenever we try to create a business. Why we put human centric? I think it depends on where we stand. Yeah, but you see, Surabaya, we stand on human centric approach because we believe that when we create a business, it should have an impact, a good impact for human being or a society around us. That's where we stand. And then regarding collaboration, there's no such thing as business being done alone. Yeah, so creating a business and growing a business needs collaboration, needs people around us. Yeah, so we cannot do everything on by ourselves because we have our own specialty, and that we also need some other people's specialty or expertise. Yeah, and then business model canvas. Business model canvas is basically a visual tools, yeah, that we are going to discuss today. And these visual tools is easy for you to remember. So whenever you do the business, even though probably later on you don't need you don't have the canvas, you can still remember all the 9 necessary things that you need to prepare or you need to have when you have a business. Yeah. So again, it's a visual tool. It's also a strategic management tool to quickly and easily define and communicate a business idea or a concept. Okay, so this is the canvas, guys. So let me put some annotation. Uh, yeah. So the one in the middle is the value proposition. Usually, when we talk about business, we usually ask people, what makes your business special? Ah, the specialty in the business, it exists in the value proposition. Yeah. And to create this value proposition, we need all these three key ingredients. Yeah. The key resources, and then the key partners, and then the key activities. We call it key. Why? Because the key is something to open the door, right? So it's important to have these key things in order for us to be able to unlock the value proposition so we can create them and deliver them to the right customer. That's how we try to read this map. Yeah. So we need all these three key activities, key partners, and key resources. The important one, yeah, in order for us to be able to create this value proposition and deliver it to our customer. This is where the customer's segment or the customer stands. And then regarding the relationship is when we build the relationship with our customer to make sure they know, they understand, they keep on interacting with us as a business regarding the value, right? And then the channel at the bottom, the track one, is how we make them aware about the existence of our proposition, make them aware about our business, our services, make them, uh, interested to know more about our business. A channel is also a way for them to evaluate our business. For example, like how many services do we have? Like how many products do we have? How much is the price? Is it a good product? What's in it? What's the ingredients, for example? What's the feature? Yeah. So channel is also part of that. And then also channel can be the place for them to buy and then to access the items or the products or the service itself, right? Now, regarding at the bottom right here, these three key things, these three key aspects, key activities, key partners, and key resources, they have costs. So when we acquire this or having this or doing this, they have costs, yeah? This one, costs. And if we are able to really sell and make our customer buy our value proposition, it will give us revenue. This one, revenue. So that's how this business model canvas works. So it has 9 blocks. Yeah. So the customer segment, the customer relationship, the channels, the value proposition, the key activities, key partners, key resources, cost structure, and revenue stream. Yeah. So yeah, it should be at least equal or like this. Yeah. To make sure that your business is profitable. Okay, so this is regarding business model canvas. Do you have any question first before I move to the next slide? Okay, so let's move on to the next slide then. Okay, so if you are interested more on business model canvas because of my time limitation, I think you can uh, pick more about the information from this business model generation book. Or else you can go to their website. I already provide the QR code. This is from strategizer.com. Yeah, so they are the one that published this book. The author is Alexander Osterwalder and Yves Pineur, right? So they are not from a business management industry, but they create this. So this is interesting, and I think it can be somewhat easy to understand by lots of people because the creator or the author is not just specifically from one specific industry. All right, so BMC itself can be used for several things. For example, like for mapping, for planning, or evaluating. Yeah, so sometimes we need to map out what is missing from our business, and we don't know what is missing. So sometimes it's important for us to do the drawing, right, and map out in the canvas. So BMC can help us with that. It can also help us with the planning. When we plan some things, we don't know where to start. At least now we have a canvas for it, right? Okay, so at least we try to fill it one by one like a puzzle. Like, what do we have right now? Okay, let's just put it down first. And then what's next? What's next? And then evaluating. So business will never be just a one-time design. Yeah, you have to keep in mind that business is an iteration process. That no matter how long you've been in the business, you need to keep on evaluating it because it will keep you innovate and keeps you ahead of time, and of course be relevant in times with your customer as well. So BMC can help with that. Okay, so if probably before you have a specific market segment, and now it's a different era, for example, it's no longer relevant, then you can put another customer segment, and then you can go along and try to find the link. Okay, what is important for them right now? What is the value that they have right now? What kind of channels do they are active right now? Something like that. So that's what the BMC can be used for. All right. Okay, so let's try to do something fun, guys. This is the time for you to have an interaction. So please tell me, mention the various business model of Kway Teow product because I think Kway Teow is also exists in Malaysia, also in Indonesia. Maybe you can mention the various business model of Kway Teow. Anyone? If you are shy to open the mic, you can chat. You can chat, yeah. You can tell me what are the business models that you can have from Kway Teow product. From UC students, if you interact, you can get +1 points. Okay, there's one people said franchise, and then Eugenia. Okay, street food stalls. Okay, yes, please go for everyone. Yeah, do not direct message me. Don't be shy. Okay, we have franchise, street food stalls, instant kway teow models. Sorry, kway teow noodles. Yes, multi-level marketing in kway teow. Okay, and then restaurant or cafe, food service product, food truck. Okay, hawker, and then it's instant kway teow. Yes, catering service. Yes, food retail model. Street food, online delivery service, specifically in Kway Teow. Okay. Frozen product, Kway Teow frozen. Okay. All right. Subscription service model. So you subscribe for Kway Teow, yeah? Kway Teow, uh, fried Kway Teow. And then what else? Soup Kway Teow. What else? Okay. Canteen, brand retail products. Okay, anyone else? Hmm. A meal kit service. Okay. I think meal kit service is from K-drama, right? I think I watched that K-drama as well. Anyone else? Right, yeah. So yes, thank you so much. Yeah, this is a lot of answer. Yes. So my point when I'm asking this, yes, this is some of the things that we can do with kway teow, right? So kway teow is very simple, right? Everyone can create kway teow. However, your creativity will be challenged as a business owner of creating something that is simple, yeah, but you can make it more complex and creative and out of the box. And it's not just about creating the flavor of the kway teow, like being innovative. Sometimes the students like said, okay, let's just make kway teow taste like nasi padang, for example, but no, you can also create or being creative in terms of the business model itself. You get what I mean? So you're not just creating the product, right? But you can also create the whole business model. That's what I'm trying to convey. Yeah, the business model can be somewhat uh, put you into the business map or in the industry itself, but with a different perspective, a different side of perspective. You can also just create a kway teow that is super healthy, 0 calorie, for example, and then probably you change the customer segment and then you go for kway teow for old people or, for example, kway teow for cancer people, for example, just by switching a little bit of this blocks area, you can create a new value proposition to stay relevant in the market and having a different product or different business model. Yeah, so I think you can explore more with the business model later on. This is what it looks like, the canvas. So if you go to Strategizer, you can download this for free and then you can try to create the business model. Yeah. So like I said, I just want to remind you, sometimes the customer segment uh, can determine what kind of value proposition that you want to serve to them, right? And your understanding of a certain kinds of customer segment is really needed because this will change the whole business model. Yeah, for example, if I try to serve to uh, high school students or the university students, I will have it different kinds of value when I want to serve, uh, for example, like family kinds of customer segment. So if it's for university students, I definitely go for cheaper price, more kway teow, for example, because that is what their value. Meanwhile, if I go for family customer segment, that means I need to create a restaurant where they can come together as a family, can eat it together as a family, and if they have occasion like a birthday or somewhat other family activities, I can also prepare it on the restaurant. So you know what I mean, right? So every segment have a different value and they perceive a different kinds of value and it will change how we deliver uh, that same product. It can be delivered in a different way. Yeah, we only talk about kway teow, but we change or we find several customer segment, we can have a different kinds of kway teow to serve in the market. So that is the most important things that I want to share with you. And then let's go again. Okay. So when we fill our PMC, where should we start? That's also another question, right? That depends. So this is from the book itself, yeah. I already screenshot some of the things that is in the book of business model generation. It depends. From Universitas Ciputra Surabaya's perspective or what we stand, we usually started from the customer side because we use a human-centric approach, this one. Yeah. Sometimes it can also a lot easier because we know how many friends that we have, how many followers in social media that we have, right? So it can be somewhat a type of customer to serve. So sometimes we can start from customer first. So when we understand who is our customer, who is our friends that is, eager to buy something, then we try to find out what they want to buy, what kind of products that they wish to have, but not in the market. Or, for example, they sometimes come to you, and do some complaining about something, and then you try to think, yeah, I can change that business. Like if everyone is complaining about that part, then I should try to solve that kinds of business and create something. Ah, so it can easily from the customer side. Yeah. So from customer side, it goes to value proposition and so on. But there are other way to fill it, of course. So from the previous slide, as we can see, it can also come from the key partnership area. This one. This one is key partnership area. It's also the same. You have networks, right? You have people within your circle, right? So sometimes we call them network. Uh, these kinds of people can be a customer, but they can also be the network as in terms of supplier. They can give you, okay, I know person that sells, for example, the kway teow, some of them selling some seasoning product, for example. Yeah. So if you know lots of these people, they can be somewhat a supplier for you. And then sometimes you know people that is really, really good or talented in cooking, for example. Yeah. Well, it can be a key partners, or if they want to join with you, they can also be a key resource for you. If they are a chef and they are internal chef with you, co-create the business with you, then they can become a key resources. But if they, somewhat just a partner for you to do this business outside, using their name because they are quite famous, famous chef, for example, they can just be a key partners. So you can start from that area as well, right? And then what else, Miss? Okay. So the next one is this one, yeah. You also may start in the middle, which is the value proposition. Usually this is for inventors or students that are usually creative or innovative, something like that. So sometimes they create this uh, some unique product, yeah. And then of course the unique product is the main idea of this business, right? So usually we put down the product first and then we go for the key partners and then we go for, okay, so for this kinds of uniqueness, who needs it? Something like that. Yeah. So you can go from that side as well. And then the next one, wait. Yeah, you can also start from finance driven. So sometimes this is for um, serial entrepreneur. Sometimes they already have a business before and then they have extra money, then they want to keep growing their businesses. Sometimes it's not using the same business. Sometimes they want to grow to another business, but they already have the finance model for it. So they can also start from the bottom. And then it can also coming from multiple or epicenter driven. Yeah, so if you know the customer side, you also recognize who can be somewhat your supplier, your partners, and then you already know what you want to sell, yeah, innovatively. It can go from several center, so it can be a multiple epicenter driven kind of business model as well. Yeah, so yeah, this is are all the things that you can start when you creating the business model canvas. Um, most importantly is for you to be able to understand that value proposition is what makes you stands out from the other business, which it can give you a competitive advantage in the market. So you don't have to push cheap price to the market because usually what is your value from another business? Usually, I hear people say, "Yeah, it's cheap," but cheap is quite relative, right? So it's not a great value to have. So I advise you to find a value proposition that's coming from the market or the customer segment's needs or problems, and of course, make sure you also have the right resources, the right partners, and the right activity to make sure the value proposition can be created good, yeah, with a good standard. So yes, this is just something else. This is quite a bit complicated in the business model generation book, because sometimes when you do an evaluating uh, from this business model canvas, we need to see the market forces, for example. Yeah. So, what are the current trends? What are the current issues? If we go for these kinds of product, will they easily be switching product from our product to another product, for example? Or if the product already exists, will they join us or buy us? That is switching cost. Uh, and then we can also see the regulatory trends, yeah, the key trends above: technology trends, societal, cultural trends, socioeconomic trends. Sometimes we, as a business owner, I think you need to learn this at times, yeah, how to keep up your business up to date with all of these trends. Otherwise, yeah, it will slip up, and then yeah, it can be like Kodak. Kodak was once a huge business, and then it just slips off because they're not updating themselves with the current trends. Okay, so yes, regarding the industry forces, this is about talking about the stakeholder, the competitors who already exist in the market. Is it hard for us to penetrate our products to the market, for example? Um, Regarding the macroeconomic forces, how does it looks like? How's the global market condition? How's the economic currently? So if you see right now, currently the trend is selling like cheap kinds of ice cream, cheap ice cream, cheap product, something like that. Because currently our economic trend is showing that uh, we don't have that buying power right now from the market side. So we try to penetrate our product with a cheaper price of kinds of product. Yeah. So I think that's it from me. This is just several other business model, self-service, or this is combination between self-service with automated process. YouTube is another business model. We call it co-creation. They only provide the platform, and then the content will be by the content creator, and they can share it to the customer. This one also co-creation business model. This one also co-creation business model. Yeah, so this is community. So it's also important for you to have a community for your business. But of course, it depends on what kinds of product. Usually, it really makes them loyal to your business. Yeah, this is several pricing mechanism. That's it. Thank you. And for UC students, I advise you. This is also for TAR UMT. Yeah? So for everyone who attended today's session, please scan this, and then sorry, yeah, please scan this, and you can put down your name, yeah, and also later on you can also combine my material with Dr. Song material to fill the rest of the question. All right. So I think I will stop share, and then I will share the link on the chat. Yeah, because I will give the time to Dr. Song right now. Okay, sorry, Dr. Song. I
No problem.
it's late. Go
No
ahead.
problem. Yeah. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Dr. Song.
Okay. Okay. I just briefly introduce myself. I'm an assistant professor for the business faculty in Malaysia, TAR UMT. I have been working many years in corporate. My background, I started off with engineer and ended up is teaching here. I used to base in China, Hong Kong. I hope that I can share something with you. Okay, just to align with Miss Phoebe, as you can see, for all the example and the canvas, you realize that business model is a firm plan or recipe how to create deliver, and capture value for a stakeholder. Yeah, mainly we talk about your customer, like your kway teow. If you're kway teow, then you talk about your bidu. You make kway teow business model deliver to the hawker store, or you deliver to chain store, or you have that kway teow soup, kway teow restaurant for the chain shop. Yeah. So a business model is part to succeed. Yeah, both short and long term. Sometimes you get updated. Yeah, as you go. Yeah. I also share some of the business model that surround us that you can realize. Advertising business model like TikToks, yeah, Facebook, Google. If you look into the auction business model, traditionally auctions we talk about high value, expensive. You need to be on site, auction house and those things. But today, because of the you can, yes, can you see my screen? Second. Yep. So you can actually auction for a lot of a product from high to low end to very niche. Yeah, because against the eBay, Ubit, you can actually make it much easier and you reach the customer wider scope. Yeah. So these are the established business plan. As well, we talk about brick and click. Yeah. Naturally, a lot of us have store, but we also can have a online. Like one of them, Uniqlo, yeah, Apple, and those things. Yeah. Okay, franchise business model. Just now the kway teow, you can franchise if you have a good kway teow recipe that you focus on kway teow soup, fried kway teow, everything. But you can also franchise. Yeah. In Malaysia, we have some of the kway teow. They're very famous. Penang, Little Penang. Franchise business model. You can also talk about McDonald's, Starbucks. I think both country we have those. Yeah. Of course, you have much more Indonesians franchise. Yeah. Franchise model is very working for many, but you need to how they works is that they charge a certain fee as well as they start up. I mean, they build up, and then they also charge your monthly or yearly fee. Yeah, but they give you recipe and those things. These are the model a lot of entrepreneur, yeah, venture into. Yeah, as long as you are able to duplicate a business, and it's very good. Yeah. Okay, freemium business model, Dropbox. Today, probably they give you some minimum basic free and then charge you for advance. I think one of them today we also see Dropbox, maybe you're not aware, but I think Google Photo. Yeah. Okay, low cost business model, Southwest Airline, Air Asia. Some of the airline, they look on the low cost side. Yeah. Then we go into manufacturing retail business model. You manufacture, yet also you retail your product. Yeah. Another one we talk about Airbnb, Uber. Yeah. P2P business model. Yeah. Okay. Then I carry on to some other business model that, like you sell a game console or you sell the printer. You sell at very cheap price, but you charge the ink cartridge for high price. Yeah, you can do that as well. Yeah. Subscriptions, Netflix, Extra, some of the telco player like in Malaysia we have Maxis. Yeah, so they have prepay and postpay. Prepay business model. Let's say they target on the low end customer. Postpay you target on the high end customer, the high usage and they can pay more. But you look in a two business model, you look into the prepay, you actually even look closer, is very advantage. Yeah. Why? Because when you charge, when people top up the prepaid card, let's say you have 1 million customer and one of them, each of them top up $1. before you serve them, you already got a cash of $1 million. This is a very good business, yeah, because when you have not used, you already paid, yeah. So think of it, you're starting your business, or my student in Malaysia, when you're doing your business proposal, think of it, how you can win, yeah. Of course, the traditional retailer, you can be a business model, you sell A, you sell B, you sell C. There are a lot of product in your outlets. Another type that we all realize, the more disruptive one, impactful, we talk about direct to customer computer sales. Dell has started it. So like in Malaysia, we have Dell in Penang. So when we order online, we can customize it to B2C customer. Yeah. So they are delivered next day. Yeah. Another type, we talk about search engine. Yeah. Yahoo and then Google, and today there a lot of you tend to go for search engine and those things. Yeah, make a lot of money. Another type is called about moving software to the cloud, allow user to access the software. Yeah, and this is one of the pioneer come from Salesforce.com. Salesforce.com is a company specialized in customer software, customer management. By doing that, so their customer can access anywhere. Yeah, a lot of customer like bank, they use this CRM software. In Malaysia, we have Tenaga, I think. Yeah, some of them. Yeah. Okay. Cloud-based services is another type. Yeah, you can see in Malaysia, we have Grab. Indonesia, I think you have Gojek and those things. Okay, looks at one of the example. This one I just get online. The Air Asia Group business model less on low fare philosophy. Yeah. When you say low fare, you emphasize on streamline, simple and efficient operation. Yeah. Air Asia, for continuous many years, they have won the in their category the best carrier or whatever. Yeah. How Air Asia doing that? They using high aircraft utilization. That means that they allow people to book ahead of time with a certain fare. They make sure that all the seats are taken. Yeah, so they get the profit. Yeah, at the same time, they use it efficiently, the aircraft. Yeah, then they can commit to low fare, as well as they don't serve you food. You want to serve food, you can buy. You can pre-order or you can bring your own. Yeah, so in sometimes food can be on board in aeroplane, can be quite a chunk. Yeah, in the fare itself. Yeah, and also they use direct flight network. Take for instance, Air Asia fly from Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur to China, Chengdu. For a more luxurious airline, you need to go into the main entry port like Guangzhou, and then you travel in domestic. Yeah, too. So Air Asia doing direct flight, you address different segment and also the need. Yeah. Okay. Before I carry on, I will play a video and two video to show you. Yeah.
Today, business model and strategy are among the most sloppily used terms in business, but these are separate concepts with enormous practical value. And when it comes to concepts so fundamental to success, no organization can afford fuzzy thinking. The term business model emerged when personal computers and spreadsheets became common, says Joan Magretta, a longtime editor at Harvard Business Review. Managers could use these tools to literally run the numbers, to see models of how various decisions might affect the bottom line. A new business model might hinge on either a different way to make something or a different way to sell something. Take discount retailers like Kmart and Walmart, for example. These pioneers applied supermarket logic to the conventional department store and developed a discount retail model, which involved slashing costs by eliminating chandeliers, carpets, and personal service in exchange for lower prices. While business model is a description of how your business runs, a competitive strategy explains how you will do better than your rivals. So, for example, part of Walmart's unique strategy was to prioritize rural customers. In founder Sam Walton's own words, he put good-sized stores into little one-horse towns which everybody else was ignoring. And it worked. Focusing on rural areas let Walmart buy up land for cheap, target customers no one else was going after, and preempt other discount stores from entering the market in those areas. Their customer strategy thus reinforced other parts of their competitive strategy. In contrast, Kmart tried to appeal to everyone, and that's not a distinctive strategy. So while they may have a good business model, without a clear strategy, they've struggled to stay competitive.
Okay, if you see the Kmart, you compare to the Walmart, yeah? So you can see just now link to Miss Phoebe, yeah, the right target segment, and then your right resources, you buy the cheaper land outskirt, and then you serve that customer. It's a winning case, yeah? I want to show you another one, which is all you are familiar.
Now, I feel a lot of Malaysians are worried about the economy and the rising of cost of living. And even I am shocked at how much things have gone up in price. And that's why today I want to tell a lot of you guys that even people with small incomes can start with investing in properties or into assets to kickstart their wealth.
Why is Amazon such a successful company? How come Tinder disrupted the overcrowded online dating market? And how did Spotify manage to make people pay for music again? Well, let me give you some quick answers here in the promo video so you understand what this course is all about. Since the beginning, Amazon based its whole innovation strategy on constantly disrupting the sales and delivery channels, which are just one part of the business model of a company. They started by disrupting channels for the books market. Instead of going to a library to buy and pick up your physical books, you would order them online and get them delivered by post directly to your home. That was channel innovation, and Amazon kept doing this ever since by selling more and more products online. When they created the Kindle, it became yet a new sales and delivery channel for books. You can both buy and receive books on your Kindle. And now Amazon is experimenting with drone delivery, which is yet another delivery channel. And they also introduced the Echo device with Alexa and the Dash buttons, which are both new sales channels. So instead of going on Amazon.com to order something, you can now tell Alexa to do it or press your Dash button. So both these devices are innovative sales channels. As you can see, Amazon is mainly innovating in one single area of the business model, which is the sales and delivery channels. Spotify is doing the same, but in another area of the business model, which is the revenue models. If we go back to the CD era, you needed to pay a big sum of money for a whole album, even if you only liked a few songs on it. Then Apple came with iTunes and disrupted this market by allowing people to pay for each song individually. That was the first massive revenue model innovation in the music industry. But illegal downloading was still a big problem and music revenues were going down. Eventually, Spotify came and proposed a streaming model where you could listen to music for free but with advertising, and the ad revenue was distributed among artists. So this was once again a revenue model innovation for the music industry. More and more people downloaded the app, but still, it didn't make enough money for the artists. That's why Spotify later introduced a paid version of its app without advertising and with better features. So the whole revenue model became what we call a freemium one. That's when you have both free and paying users. And Spotify managed to reach a stunning 25% conversion rate. It seems that finally, the music industry has reached the right pricing and revenue model. So the success of Spotify is largely based on its disruptive revenue model in the music industry. And once again, this is just one block of their business model. And finally, Tinder dramatically disrupted the overcrowded online dating industry by innovating on design. Yes, just the design of their app and service. Instead of filling a complex form on an online dating website about your body measurements, eye color, income, interests, etc., to be somehow matched with a person that corresponds to you, Tinder went all the way back to the roots, which is the looks of the person. Look at the picture. Do you feel attracted to the person you see? Yes, no, then swipe right or swipe left. Super easy. And as long as the other person didn't swipe back at you, you can't contact them. So girls can't be harassed anymore and don't need to filter through dozens of guys writing them. And so they are more willing to use the service. All of this is design innovation, both the visual design of the app, but also the design of the service, how it works compared to the competitors. And design fits right here in the value proposition block of the business model. Another company which is successful thanks to design mainly is Uber, but I'll stop here for now. There are many other areas of the business model where companies innovate. Some
Okay, as you can see, yeah, the business model, a different part business model that can work currently. If you have a good business model, naturally you need to write it down. Wait, I need to open. I hope you can see my screen. Yep. I need to cover part of this for my student here, Malaysia. Yeah. Okay. When you have a business model, naturally you need to write down in a business plan. Yeah. Business plan is a written narrative. Yeah. Normally is stated what a business intend to do and how it intend to do. Then who will read your business plan? Yeah. You have a business model. You need to have what is the in a plan, what people do with business plan. First thing, allow you need to look for investor. Yeah, investor, a firm, either your banker, either your angel funding, or your parents or your friends. Yeah, they need to know that what you actually doing. Yeah, so therefore a business plan is a good way to show them. Yeah. Okay, another perspective that once you have starting a business, you need to have people or your employee that synchronize, go align and move forward consistently with your ideas, with your business purpose. Yeah, so they can read it and then they can understand, so they can align with what you want to do. Yeah. Okay, a lot of winning a business model, the employee, they knew it. Yeah, so first step is to training. Yeah, so they can be aligned and read the business plan, training, and align with what you want to achieve. What are the contents of business plan? Yeah, you need to give clear and concise information. Yeah, and it must be long enough to provide information for your employee, for your investor, but yet don't need too detailed, so they will have more interest to know. Yeah, so then there are 3 types of business plan that is shown. For my assignment, my student, you need to develop is a coursework 2 on the blue business plan. Yeah, okay, on the left side, you talk about summary business plan. You test the water. You want to fish people interest, take the water if see investor interested in the area. Okay, some of the entrepreneur process, you may want to use it to use your pitching. Yeah, or some of us, for us, we use it for our coursework number 1. Yeah, in Malay, my student. Okay, number 2 on the blue side, there's a one that for Malaysian student, your business plan that you need to develop. On the right side, on the orange business plan, is talk about for people, your internal use is more detailed and include the detail for your guidance and operations manager to follow. Yeah, so there are 3 different audience and 3 different type broadly. Yeah, so I will move forward to the blue type, the contents. Yeah. Normally, naturally, business model, you need to have executive summary, table of contents, and your introductions. Yeah. Your description on your business. Then you can state your mission, visions, and your main objective. Why your business is. Because who will read the business plan? Besides employee, of course, first thing your investor. Yeah. So lastly, you can tell your investor your business potential growth. Yeah. To make it more impactful. Okay. Then you look into your business model that we just learned just now. What business model is going to apply, as well as where is the stream of revenue. Yeah, you can do like Google photo, then where is your revenue to come in. Yeah, so you need to state it why, because the revenue of the company, let's say you're selling online kway teow order, so your sale is kway teow. Yeah, so you need to focus on your stream of income is kway teow sale. Yeah, so you know where to focus. Naturally, I want you to conduct, this is for Malaysian. Yeah, of course, if for industrial, you need to conduct pairs as well as 5 forces. Yeah. For the assignment, I skip the 5 forces for you. But in real life, you need to have that. Yeah, because there's too much thing you need to address here. Okay. Once you have business model, your key, very important just now, Miss Phoebe talk about target segment, value positionings. So you need to know who are your target. If you're selling instant coffee, you have heavy drinker or light drinker or medium drinker. Yeah. If you then you know who are your targeting, what is your primary target, and how you add value for these people. Yeah. So your opportunity, value positioning, market potential, how big is the market, and how much sale potential you can address, and then what are your sale forecasts. The sale forecast will be the one that you become your income revenue. Yeah. Okay. This for my Malaysian student, I will be covered it in the chapter 6. Yeah. Naturally, when you talk about business plan, your basic of revenue projection, you need to address your customer. Yeah. You need to identify your customer because you are taking customer from them. Yeah. Your competitor, sorry, your competitor. You're fighting the same competitor, then you're talking about direct competitor. Yeah. So kway teow soup and the other one telling kway teow, frying kway teow, whatever. So in the same direct competitor, indirect. Yeah. People selling kway teow, people also selling other noodles, bak chor, and those things. Yeah. Maybe that's secondary. Yeah. So you need to know who are your competitor. And then, of course, marketing, you need to have your objective. For a new business, you naturally talk about market share, yeah, and how you attain the market share. Some of you do penetrations. Your investor will want to know that how much you can last penetration if you go for lower price, introduction price and those things. Yeah, so you need to address here as well your products, your place, your target high-end customer, but your product appear in low-end area, then you simply don't reach your customer. Yeah, think of it, your products, how you reach your customer. Yeah, if you have too many layered intermediary, that means that your profit may be less. Yeah, so you need to think of that and how can be winning. Okay, that also talk about pricing strategy. We'll cover this again in chapter 6. Okay, a lot of you would like to have promotion strategy. Yeah, but how do you do promotion? Yeah, if you're interacting with customer, naturally you need to have customer services. You're online, and how you reach your promotions, your advertisement, how you reach your customer, your target segment that you have this product to be. Yeah, so these are the things that you need to address. Yeah, okay, naturally we talk about operations management. Yeah, and then financials, and I will one chapter for you to address on the potential risks and implementation. I think I'm short of time. I will end here. Before I end, a lot of you, when you present your business plan, the most important thing is executive summary. 1 to 1.5 pages will do. You want to fish people interest to read, yet don't give them everything. Yeah, a summary. Yeah. So when you write your business plan, you should do it last. Yeah, last, as well as when the investor look at they're whether interested, they won't read the whole business plan. They'll read the executive summary. Yeah. So if you're interested, then they will further. Otherwise, they just reject. Yeah. So this page is the most important. Yeah. Section. Okay, I'm done here. Miss Baby.
Yes. Okay, it's a great presentation by Dr. Song. Thank you so much for sharing. So I think we can conclude that our session is more or less done, is it, Dr. Song?
Yes. Yeah. More or less. I have another
Yeah.
class.
Yes, okay. So I just want to remind you for filling the link, yeah. I already put the links in the chat. I saw that we only have around 45 responses right now, so don't forget to fill that out for both TAR UMT and UC students. And then I guess for now we can do a screenshot. So please put your best self into the camera, and then I will try to screenshot. Yeah, we have several pages. Okay. So yes, do one more pages. Okay, say cheese, 1, 2, 3. All right. So is there? Wait, yes, only 2 slides. Okay. So thank you so much for those UC students that are joining. Of course, thank you so much for TAR UMT students, for Dr. Song for joining the class and give us insight about business plan and business model. And hopefully we can get some insight that is useful for our project, both in Malaysia and in Indonesia. Hope you also can check out each other from this online meeting. So yeah, looking forward to have a more collaboration with our UMT. Thank you so
Thank you.
much for
Thank you, everyone. Thank you,
today. Thank you
everyone.
so
Bye-bye.
much. We can finish the class.
Bye.
Bye.